Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And Hollywood is so afraid of Trump taking the gay away that they're taking themselves away. They're leaving the country.
I don't know where they're getting this from. Like, the dude was president before and he didn't mess with you. Like, why do they think that because he's there, they suddenly aren't allowed to be LGBTQ anymore? Like, I don't know where they're getting this from.
I don't know. This is the new, like, if Bush gets elected, I'm moving to Canada.
Yo, Streisand's still here. I'm just saying.
Streisand is still here.
Did she leave yet?
No.
I'll celebrate when she does.
She did not leave yet. Ellen DeGeneres, though, to her credit, said she was going to leave, and she left. And
well, you know, this is an airport. You don't have to announce it. But you still want our money. You still want to be on our TV.
Right.
You know?
So we're gonna talk about this. Again, the only reason we're talking about this is because it does touch on Hollywood. And this is, again, Hollywood overreacting, freaking the hell out about Trump getting reelected. Because, yeah, I remember... You know, all the gayness being banned during Trump's first term. Oh wait, no, actually it was ratcheted up to 11 in media, and yeah, I mean, nobody had to divorce their spouses. One of his biggest supporters is a gay dude married to another dude. They got babies.
Yeah.
They didn't make the babies, obviously. They got the babies from someplace else, but you know what I'm saying.
The baby farm. Anyway.
No, they didn't come from the Cabbage Patch.
Oh, that's the Cabbage Patch. Okay, there you go.
They'll come from. No, actually, it was so weird. Like they were calling Dave Rubin a homophobic bigot in Media Matters, which is this stupid watchdog group, and I honestly don't think they knew he was gay.
I thought that was funny personally.
Yeah, so we'll talk about this because this is like, I mean, again, everybody flipping the hell out. You know, meanwhile, the Hollywood studios are like, oh, good, we can finally make movies that make money again.
Yes. And the thing is, a lot of those movies were greenlit when he was president. If you were like, if they were taking the gay way, how'd that all get through?
They're all freaking out about it, but from 2016 to 2020, it was the gayest time in all of media. Like every other show was like had all these DEI check by whatever,
right? And no one stopped it,
and nobody stopped it. Nobody said, "Hey, we're gonna," like he was bitching about Ghostbusters, but he didn't say, "Well, take that movie off, you know, down and never show it again." And
according to the media, we're supposed to all the women out there are supposed to be red dresses here soon, and everything else. It's absolutely ridiculous. You're just overreaching. But if y'all want to leave, I'm not going to stop you because probably our world is a better place if you're not in it.
Well, come January 21st, your name is going to be of Kneon.
Of Kneon.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It already is of Kneon, of your real last name. So I already took the last name. So I am only of Kneon. So we're good.
I am such a misogynist that I actually gave you a choice.
He did. He told me I'd keep my maiden name, but my maiden name is so long.
Very long.
I couldn't even fill, when I had to do bubble tests, if you remember, like back in the day, you had to do tests, you had to fill out the bubbles. I never had enough bubbles for my name because it was too long for the bubbles. So yeah, my new last name is so much easier. But I always will be my maiden name too. But he did give me a choice. And I picked up Kneon. Because
I'm such a misogynist. I'm so insecure that I have to own my woman.
That's right.
Anyway.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. I know where my face belongs. Anyway, let's talk about this. This is massive overreaction. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Yeah, woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
There you go. Go out to clownfishminus.com. We got stuff. We got exclusive content. It helps support the reef. We don't do endless live streams, so this is.
How about we might start doing some?
We're gonna do some. We're not gonna do the 12-hour marathons or anything though. But we'll do a couple hours a week maybe. We're talking about because I know a lot of people miss the live streams. Actually, kind of why we stopped doing them is we moved and everything was kind of upended and it was very hard to find a quiet place to do them. Because we had interruptions and noise.
Well, it doesn't matter. We might do them again. Anyway, back to the point.
Anyway, back to the point. The point being, all the LGBTQ people are running away from the U.S. because of Trump, which is actually not true. I think that there are a lot of LGBTQ people who are probably like, oh, thank God, I want to make money again.
What makes them think that other countries want them?
Yeah, I know, right?
They're probably like, go back to the U.S. They're your problem.
Okay, this come from the Wrap. Panic in Hollywood's LGBTQ community. Some weigh immigration ahead of second Trump term. Some being like 3. 3 of them.
They're saying that there's anxiety in the community because it's spiking because Donald Trump's second term, because gay couples are rushing to get married and others are trying to leave the country. Because, like last time he was president, he made sure that gay marriage was abolished and he, forced people to leave the country, which none of that happened.
I'm just putting this,
again, yes.
I'm just putting this out there.
Where are you getting this from?
I'm just putting this out there. Like, oh my God, guys, oh my God. Others are going so far as to leave the country. Ellen and Portia DeRossi. Is it DeRossi? I don't know.
Yeah, but they have homes in other countries.
Yeah, right. We're going to our summer villa, guys.
And then they'll be back. They'll be back. They're just doing this for now.
Well,
wait a few months. They'll be back.
Emmy-winning trans actress Laverne Cox. If Laverne Cox was the really bad Frankenfurter on the completely unnecessary Rocky Horror Picture Show remake. Do you remember that? Nobody remembers it.
No, I didn't.
Nobody remembers it. It was like, it was.
I didn't know they did another one.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was like made for TV.
And this is this person?
That was this person, yeah.
Oh, I don't even know.
I'm sorry. Tim Curry will never be beaten, ever. Don't even try. As a public figure, Laverne says, with all my privilege, I'm scared. And I'm particularly scared because I'm a public figure.
I didn't even heard of you until now.
As a public figure with my privilege, I'm scared. And I'm scared because I'm a public figure. I feel like I could be targeted.
Because I'm a public figure?
I think they spent close to $100 million on anti-trans ads. Is deeply concerning.
I didn't see any anti-trans ads. Did you?
The only ads I remember seeing, because God, I was so tired of the political ads, so tired of it. You couldn't watch anything. You couldn't watch reruns of, The Office or anything without political ads. But what was the one that they kept running? The one tagline. It was like, so and so's for you, not for they, them, or whatever.
Oh, I don't remember that, but yeah, I think I do remember you mentioning it.
Like I don't really cringy boomer like. All right, this is.
It was so lame. I blocked it out because I was like, "That's stupid." Anyways,
Kirsten Schaefer, executive director of Women in Film, wasn't that a skit on In Living Color?
I don't know.
Told the Wrap that as a lesbian in a long-term relationship with her partner and a mother of 2, getting married is on her mind.
Then get married.
It's keeping me up at night, worrying for myself and the wider community, especially the trans community. There were more guardrails last time. Trump didn't have the House, Senate, and Judiciary, and he has Project 2025.
Oh, God, here we go again.
I was concerned before, but now I'm really concerned.
Listen, guys, he didn't do it last time. I don't think he's going to do it now. If we're talking about the thing that might be happening is we have issues when it comes to the trans issues with sports, and I think with the restroom issues. And that's a complicated issue. I think they just need to make a I don't care, wash your hands bathroom, because I can see both sides of the argument. There were a lot of people that were using that to their advantage to attack women in a bathroom. I think a lot of trans people wouldn't be those people who do that, but there's a lot of people who would, and they would use it. They would say they were trans to be able to do that. Meanwhile, if a trans, woman went into a men's room, I'm sure there'd be issues for that trans person too. So it's a very complicated issue, I think, on that one. But I don't think it's right that you have to worry about your kid going into a bathroom and being attacked.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's usually where a lot of this comes down to is kids, whether it's bathrooms or sports or
I think
blockers
it's been
or
so pushed so far that even people who normally would have not finding of it are starting to take sides on it because it's become such a polarizing issue that has been given more attention than it should have gotten, kind of situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, and this is a whole nother. And I want to be very clear: we're not anti-gay. We're not anti.
No, we just don't. As long as you're not an asshole, we're fine.
Yeah, and we've got friends across the spectrum, all over the place, and but I will say there actually are trans commentators who are even
yes,
saying, hey, yeah, you shouldn't be competing in sports. You shouldn't be. That's a whole other issue. Look, this.
But I'm saying they're going to talk about gendered language and legislation and stuff like that. And it's that's probably why. But it's there are a lot of people who are on the right or who voted for Trump who are not straight, white, or male, who are trans, who are LGBTQ, whatever. There are people, across the board who voted for Trump. And just because you vote for Trump does not mean that you are automatically none of those things, because that's not true.
So I'm looking at this article, and
I still think it's stupid.
It's literally Laverne Cox. Like
it's like you're trying to generate fear. You're like fear mongering with this article.
Right. So they said searches for leaving the country surged after the election, not coming specifically from Hollywood.
But didn't Canada say they weren't going to take people in from their border? They said they weren't going to let people in because they didn't want your ass either.
Canada doesn't. That should be their new. So Canada's like historically. They used to joke Canada was too nice. Too nice. Then they became very dystopian with Trudeau. But I'm like, that should be their new motto is Canada, we don't want your ass either.
Pretty much. They don't want you either.
Stay down in the lower 48, eh? Stay down there. So my great uncle, he lived right on the Canadian border on Maine. Like literally it was like the town was like divided, and like the Canadian half and the U.S. half, and yeah, you could just like go across the border, no problem back then. It was crazy. But they said that in the first 24 hours after Trump's win, searches about how to move to Canada, Mexico, Ireland, New Zealand, and Portugal dominated Google's top 25 searches. But I don't think it's Hollywood. I think it's all the terminally online blue sky users.
Let them go.
Let them go.
I mean, if those countries want them, you're more than welcome. If you feel safer there, go.
If you feel safer, if you are unhappy, if the thought of Orange Man coming back is keeping you up at night, leave.
Here's my thing about that.
I'm not being a dick about it.
If someone leaves, I'll give them credit because at least they followed through. They didn't just say it, and if they felt more comfortable there and they felt safer, by all means, go where you feel more safe. If you feel safer in those other countries, then, I'll give you credit if you at least do it because you didn't just give lip service, you actually did it. I'll give you credit for that. I'm not sure they want you either, but I'll give you credit for that.
So this is interesting. So we get all the way to the bottom, right? Like, oh my God, guys, everybody's leaving. Hollywood's leaving. Everybody's leaving because of Trump. How worried should people be? Most of the gay men that the rap spoke with seem to be adopting a wait-and-see approach.
He didn't do anything last time.
Yeah, with the hope that a second Trump term wouldn't be that bad. For one thing, there are a number of prominent gay members of the GOP. Oh, that's not true. That's one of Elon's lies. Such as conservative Trump backer Peter Thiel, who actually owns a good majority of Rumble, by the way, that anti-LGBTQ site that has, Dave Rubin and his husband and their babies.
Yeah, I know, because it's stupid. It's like this either or, and it's not an either or thing.
Yeah. The president-elect's Treasury Secretary pick, Scott Bessent, pointed out gay film festival founder Mark, is it Hustis? I don't really think Trump is that homophobic.
No, I don't either.
Yeah. And this guy was a friend of Harvey Milk. And he was known as the impresario of Castro Street for his classic Hollywood programming at San Francisco's Castro Theater.
That's not really necessary, but
basically gay cred. That's his gay street cred, I guess, right? So actually, kind of related. So I said before, I went to high school in California. We were like not even an hour from San Francisco. And my art teacher was actually friends with Harvey Milk. And he used to tell us about Harvey Milk.
Really?
I
never heard of him. So I'm like, I don't pay attention to these people. So
but he was like a legend in San Francisco. But this guy always go on about his friend Harvey and all that.
Well, that's good. At least he had a good friend named Harvey.
Yeah, he was a good art teacher too. You're a much better art teacher.
Oh, that's okay. You never had me in class, so how do you know?
Anyway,
because that'd be a whole other story, wouldn't it? Anyway, continue.
So this is would be a very awkward.
That'd be another story.
I mean, you are a little older than me, but not that
old.
That'd be a whole thing. So this is Bruce Vilanch, who, oh my God, did you know that Bruce Vilanch was gay? Do you know who he is?
No.
Okay, so Hollywood Squares. He's usually the center square.
Oh yeah.
And
okay.
He had the dubious honor. I think he wrote the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which he admits was very, very bad. He was in that one documentary.
Was he on drugs? I don't know. Anyway.
It was the 70s. Everybody was on drugs. Anyway, Bruce Vilanch, he has whatever the platinum gay card, like if they've got gay card, he's got the one that weighs the most, that has the most credit.
Okay.
So he's got like the platinum black and glittery.
Super gay.
He's super gay. Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
He's not just gay. He's super gay.
Got you. Apparently, there's levels here that I'm unaware of. I don't really.
Yeah, there's gay and
Whatever.
then there's super gay. I actually like Bruce Valanche. I think he's funny. Well, he was funny. I don't know if he's still funny, but he was funny. Writer and comedian Bruce Valanche acknowledged a certain level of hysteria in the LGBT community in a phone call with a rap. I don't think it's as dire as
I don't
they're
think
saying
so
it is,
either.
but I understand.
I think they're getting scared by articles like this, and they're being scared by
Yes.
the media perpetuating things. Just like women were scared they were going to lose rights and all this other abortion stuff. That was not really the case, but it was being perpetuated by the media, and I think that's the problem. Look, nothing happened the first time. I doubt very highly anything's going to happen again. If people start doing stuff like that, I think there's enough people that are saying that would be like, "What the hell are you doing?" You know, you can't just like be treating people unfairly.
Yeah, so they said that they have a Hollywood publicist who spoke on the condition of anonymity, say he wasn't sure whether the panic was justified or not. I genuinely don't have a sense of how real some of these risks are and what might be hyperbole. Could be.
They feel safe in
naivete.
California. I'm sorry. Every time someone says that, I laugh so hard.
No
Gosh,
one
you're
should
so
feel
funny.
safe. Look,
That's not the comedian either.
I know. And yeah, they called him because he's got the super gay card. He's even like, yeah, I don't know if we should worry about it too much. Because, I mean, you did before. You don't have to like him. Nobody's telling you have to like Donald Trump.
Wait.
Nobody's telling you have to like him.
We naively feel that we can't move backwards. But we've seen how successfully they've rolled back women's rights in the 5 years we could not have imagined.
Roe v. Wade.
All they did was give it to the states to decide. That's all they did.
Oh, shut up, of geeky. That's me.
Oh, of Neon. Yeah, you're of Geeky. That's right, everyone. It's all of Geeky. Get it right. At least he's learned. At least don't make me hit you again.
Shut
anyway,
up, me. That's right. I'm the bitch. I'll
so
go
just
lay down.
no. They keep saying this, and I'm just like, as a woman, I'm like, where?
As a woman.
Where?
As a woman.
Actually, I think that the last 4 years, and there's been a bigger attack on women by the media and by, people thinking that they are women and women should be called birthing people and things like that, than there is anything else. This whole idea that women shouldn't be called women anymore. They should be called, menstruating people or birthing people or that kind of stuff. That pisses me off. That's more an attack on women, I feel, than anything that was done before it.
That led to one thing led to another, right? Basically, the extremism coming from the left, I believe, led to pushback, which is going to manifest itself. And yeah, I mean,
that's the extremism I think that you're hearing from like the people about like Hogwarts Legacy and the super uber overreaction to like this whole trans thing is what's turning people against trans people. I don't think normally people would even really care that much, honestly. They didn't before. I think it's the extremists, the very, very vocal minority, are causing themselves problems. And most of them aren't even trans themselves. They're causing the trans community problems.
Yeah, because it was never really an issue until
the sports thing really pushed it to the forefront.
I think the sports thing,
especially after the Olympics last year.
Kids with the gender of quote unquote gender affirming care and how disproportionate it seemed to the.
But you know what? You ask a lot of trans people and they don't agree with it either.
Yes. But no, they cherry pick the trans people to ask.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
I mean, like, I don't care if you're an adult. I don't care what you do. If you don't feel comfortable in your own skin,
yeah, that's up to you.
That's up to you.
That's a you thing.
100%.
You decide what you want to do.
It's your body. You can do with it what you want to do. It's not for me to say. It's not. But again, where people are having the issues, I think, is when it comes to people who are underage, right? At least for there are people that are going to have issues regardless. I mean, I can't honestly sit here and say that people don't have issues with trans people simply existing.
There are some people like that
do.
Unfortunately, but then there's people that have a problem with straight people existing. So there's people that have problems with. No matter who you are, someone has a problem with you. Even if you did nothing, just know that no matter who you are, someone somewhere hates you.
Lots of people
no matter
hate
what
us.
no matter what color you are, no matter what gender you are, no matter whatever, somebody somewhere hates you just because of some identifier.
The weird thing is like you can try to be fair, but if you criticize certain topics, mostly cartoons, they call you a Nazi. Criticizing cartoons.
I know, right? Oh, here, yeah. Okay, they're talking about I don't think my rights, some of those gays says, I don't think my rights are an issue. They're talking about how they think it's mostly going to affect trans people. He said, I saw those anti-trans commercials. The tagline of Trump is for you, Harris is for they, them. Is that what you were talking about?
Oh, yeah. Well,
okay, I didn't see it.
They used it for other politicians, too, because I saw it coming up. It was like, I think here in Pennsylvania, it was like, they're for they, them. And
I just started blocking them out because I just wanted them to stop.
Oh, God, it was the same one, like, especially on streaming. And they would get it wrong because our IP address, isn't actually where we're located because we had a business account. So we would start getting these like ads for either a different part of the state or for West Virginia or Ohio. And I'm like, I can't even vote for these people. I don't think I'd want to vote for them because their ads are so damn obnoxious, right? But yeah, it was like, yeah, that's what it was. So here are people who are staying put. We got several people staying. So literally this whole article, now we're coming back to Cox. And that Laverne Cox, the actor, not the actual Cox. It's all about Cox. Everything's about cock. But
I just found the name ironic, but that's okay.
Oh my God. Cox says she fears the same kind of gay bashing that occurred in Germany in the 1930s as the Nazis took power. Okay. So it's literally, so you can sum this whole, because you got Bruce Valanche.
You can sum the whole thing with Ellen DeGeneres left and Laverne Cox is worried. That's the article.
Why don't they just call that? Ellen DeGeneres already left the country.
But I guarantee she'll come back.
Laverne Cox is concerned.
At the end, that's what it was about. It's not like, look, do I think that they're going to be impacting you? I do think that if there's a group that's going to be more heavily impacted, it's probably going to be trans people, mostly because of like bathroom issues or like, when they're pushing, gender affirming care and things like that, that kind of stuff might be impacted. But I don't think in general that, if you're a trans person, they're going to come after you, or if you're LGBTQ, they're going to come after you. I could be wrong, but I hope I'm not wrong because that would be shit. But I'm just saying, I don't think it's to the level like they're making all the women be handmaidens. It's you're just listening to the media and they're really, really, really fear mongering. Yeah,
it's. I mean, I don't know. I think a lot of people that are older are like, yeah, we went through the Trump thing before. But the reason that the backlash is there, the reason that he got reelected is because things I believe got pushed too far.
Too far, yes.
And the general public was like, hell no. And like I said, you can't look at, if you're talking Hollywood, you look at Hollywood from 2015, 2016 through 2020, 2021, it was as gay as it's ever been. And everything was in your face. And if you don't like it, you're a bigot, a homophobe, a misogynist, you're anti-trans.
I think they're walking back they're walking it back more to a center, which is fine. But it doesn't mean they're going to say you can't get married. If you want to get married, like that woman wanted to get married, marry your partner. Who cares? Go ahead. No one's stopping you. Go get married.
I think I'm just like, I don't get, like, I wasn't super thrilled when Biden got elected. I'm like, let's see what happens, right? I was like, let's see what happens. But I guess the level of just doom and gloom, and this is what you see, we talk about blue sky, the level of doom and gloom that your personal happiness is tied so closely to elected officials. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Is like, even in the darkest of times, people were able to carve out some happiness for themselves. And these people are like, I'm never going to be happy again because that orange man is in office. And it's like you're obsessing about it so much that you're like, you're going to move out of the country. You don't know what he's going to do.
Go move out of the country, please, by all means. And then don't come back when you want to vote next time. But, go ahead, move out of the country, leave. And I guarantee you'll be back in a few months because I don't think they want you either.
If you're obnoxious, no.
That's what I'm saying. If you're obnoxious, go ahead. If you feel safer doing it and you're just a normal person, I'm not going to talk about Hollywood celebrities because Hollywood celebrities, they have all kinds of money. They have houses in different countries. Yeah. The normal average person does not. No. If you are a normal average person and you feel like you should leave the country, which is a big overreach, honestly, but by all means, go ahead. If it makes you feel better and they're willing to welcome you, then yes, by all means. If you feel like, you want to go get married because you're worried something, go do it. Go do it. No one's stopping you. I don't think anybody's going to stop you next year this time either. but go ahead.
You know what's
Do what makes you happy as long as it's not hurting someone else.
From my point of view, I think what's probably going to happen is it's going to be more of 2016 through 2020.
Yeah.
They're going to dial down the wokeness and entertainment because of financial reasons, not because there are a bunch of hate mongers, but because the general public's not watching this stuff.
Because the general public is the bigger majority. Like most people, I mean, the percentage of people that identify in that spectrum is far, far lower than the majority of people. I'm not saying you should take people out, that you should have representation at all. 100% should have representation. I have zero problem with it when it's done correctly, organically, and it's not like ham-fisted DEI bullshit.
And I think the economy is going to be fire. I think things are going to be good.
Hopefully.
At least economically, because that's one, regardless of what you think of Biden or whatever, I mean, it's a whole other discussion. And being a business person, what I'm looking at is like, oh my God, the taxes are through the roof, and oh my God, the inflation's through the roof, and that's what a lot of people are going to look at. At the end of the day, like most people are going to be like, is the economy good? Cool. And again, it doesn't affect them. I get it. It doesn't affect them, but like, I don't understand why everybody is so doom and gloom when
because the media keeps telling them.
Yeah, you literally have 4 years of a Trump presidency to look back.
I think they're being scared because they're being scared by the media and Hollywood.
He's gonna get you. He's under your bed.
And it's not fair to be scaring people unfairly. And it's like, but if they were anti LGBTQ, then why would he be picking people? Why are these people in positions of power?
They're saying. They're just like
he's not.
Caitlyn Jenner loves him. I'm just saying.
Most rational people don't hate you for those things. Are there people that will hate you for those things? Yes, but they're the minority. They really are. So just
shitty people
screw
are
them.
shitty people, right? I mean, that's on both sides. I mean, assholes come in all colors, all genders, all flavors.
I hate to tell you that. If people it doesn't matter if you're straight, white, male. People hate you. People hate you. Every person out there, somebody hates you for one of your identifiers across the board. So we gotta wrap this up because this went way longer than anticipated.
We're gonna wrap this up, guys. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. And I cannot wait to see the comments of the people who obviously didn't watch the video.
Yes.
We'll see you later.
Bye.